What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today. I'm still alive.
Good for you. Good for you.
I'm Jen Sturger.
Eddie Pence.
Dude.
Good for you.
It's been a month.
Alive.
Thank God we had some episodes banked.
Yeah.
Because people don't know. If you're just listening to the show and you don't keep up with us on social media,
Right.
one, how did you find us?
Right.
Because we need to know how to market the show.
Exactly. Because with no freaking idea.
But
what we're doing.
two, I have been deathly ill with COVID for the last month. And
Since Comic-Con,
yeah.
which has been about a month.
It's insane. It's a month today.
Yeah.
A month today. A month ago today, I walked into a Starbucks. That will go down in infamy as far as I'm concerned. I will never stop at this Starbucks ever again. And this guy came in behind me and sneezed and coughed all over my back. And you know when you feel it?
Yeah.
I felt his stuff hit me in the back.
You felt the wave of COVID flush over you?
I mean, not to, steal your material, but I was like, I hope that was a sneeze. Because it was just, they had such a velocity behind it and so much liquid that I was well,
fuck.
I'll see that in 3 days. Could be COVID, could be syphilis, who knows? But I'll see it in 3 days.
You got all the COVID.
I got all the COVID because they put me on Paxlovid and I had something called rebound COVID, which didn't know was
I've never
a thing.
heard of rebound COVID.
You know, Eddie, if there's something to be had, you know I'm going to get it.
You're the Christopher Columbus of diseases. You will discover new diseases.
I teach WebMD stuff all the time where I'm like, have you seen this? They're like, no, it's first.
Wow. That's amazing.
But I made it. I survived.
So rebound COVID is you had COVID.
Yeah.
You thought you recovered.
It goes away. You test negative.
You feel better. Test negative.
You test negative for like a week.
And then it's like, wait a second. I'm not done with you. Come back here.
And then it's like, surprise, bitch.
We're back.
Exactly.
Right? And you can't take whatever you're taking the first time around doesn't work again.
No.
Because it's the same strain.
Exactly.
Weird.
You can't suppress it again. So I took an antiviral.
Right.
And so the next time you just have to ride it out.
Oh.
And they can do other stuff. They gave me like an IV infusion of things. And
was the first bit of COVID worse than the rebound COVID, or is the rebound COVID worse?
Rebound COVID was so much worse. Yeah, it had time to prepare.
It gathered its forces.
Time. Yeah, it had time to plan an attack. Oh, yeah. These guys practice. Yeah, it scouted me, dude. It scouted me. It knew exactly what all my defenses were, which aren't much.
No. That's funny.
And yeah.
But you're better now?
I'm better now. I'm negative.
We're always negative here.
I'm still a little winded. So if you catch me like, hey, hang on a second.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Or if I need to clear my throat, it's not contagious anymore.
Please do it right in the
microphone. But anyways, thank you so much for sticking it out with us, guys, and for enjoying all the episodes while we were gone. I missed you. I missed doing this. I missed you, Eddie. I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. We were supposed to do shows over the weekend and everything.
I mean, I canceled a lot of things. P.S.
I brought you food one time.
You did.
And I walked your dog.
And I looked like death.
You did. Death warmed over with a mask on. Yeah.
And then you and Kevin almost got attacked by coyotes.
Kevin killed.
So look, see, I told you they were getting aggressive.
Dude, I was literally walking out of your house with Kevin just to go take him out to pee. And my phone buzzed, so I picked my phone out and I looked.
You can't do it. They wait for it.
And as soon as I looked up from my phone just to put it back in my pocket, a fucking coyote was just basically like staring us down from like 10 feet away.
No.
And I literally yanked Kevin up with the leash, like I yo-yoed him up.
You were like
I twirled him around the world.
You were like Mary Martin and Peter Pan.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's like, I'm flying.
I was like, I'm flying. We all float up here. And I fucking yanked him and grabbed him. And I was like, all right. And then the coyote took off. I was like, fuck, dude.
Dude, I told you they were aggressive.
That was nuts.
So when are you coming over to install my wolf pee?
I still have to smell that shit.
Yeah, I think you come over and you install it. And while you're installing it, we get a video of you.
Where do you install it at? You just dip it out. You pour it around.
No, you put it on little flags. You put it on little flags that the wind catches. Oh, yeah. So it's awful, dude. Yeah. Well, anyways, you owe that to the people. We didn't quite make our money mark.
But some people did give.
And they're ready for it.
And I owe them that.
You do. If you still want to give to the Eddie Pence Smells Wolf Pee Fund, you can Venmo him at Eddie Pence.
At Eddie dash Pence.
Okay. You have the dash.
I have a dash and I'm wearing a Cobra Commander mask.
Yeah, because, that'll show people who you are.
Exactly.
What else? Oh, you got a haircut.
I got a haircut.
Thank God, dude. You know how many people messaged me and said, please tell Eddie to get a haircut?
Who?
I had people DMing me being like, someone's got to tell Eddie to get a haircut. I didn't realize, like, because I see you all the time. And I was like, what
was wrong with my hair before?
I don't know, but I dig the Eddie and his David Harbour.
My Last Jedi look?
Yes, I love The Last Jedi. I love you as old
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. So when people are like, tell him to get a haircut, I was like, no.
Well, I got to space my haircuts out.
Why?
Because they're expensive.
How much are your haircuts?
I don't get like a regular dude haircut.
No. Let me hear this. How much are your haircuts?
It's like $70.
I hate it. I hate you.
It's not as much as
you think that's expensive
for a dude. Tracy gets her haircuts like $300.
Yep, exactly.
Because there's coloring and all this other shit involved.
Oh no, my haircut alone is
so everything. It's expensive.
That's just my haircut.
Yeah,
my color is $185 every 3 weeks.
See, Tracy doesn't do it that much. She should, because she says like every time she goes, their stylist goes, "You need to come more often," but we can't afford it.
Yeah,
because it's like a $400 drop,
it's
and then
stupid.
if I get mine, a dude haircut should be $30.
Tracy's also blonde.
Yeah.
So she can hide her grays.
Yeah, but she's got the darker roots.
Who gives a shit about roots?
That's what I tell her.
Ombre, bring ombre back, Tracy. Seriously, because
she doesn't listen.
They brought everything else back from the mid 2000s, right. So you can bring back ombre.
Bring it back.
Oh,
but if I had to get what, but I can't, because I have this wicked cowlick in the back of my head. Right.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, because I get expensive haircuts that take care of it. If I go to like Floyd's and they just zzz on the back, I have this freaking bridge. I think
you should get some like lines etched in the back of your head.
I should get it like a lightning bolt in the side of my head.
Listen, if I have to have that surgery before the end of the year, I'm going to be coming in here with a half a buzz cut. I'm going to be looking like that girl that's like, I think I'll do UFC fighting for the summer. Yeah. Like that's because I'm going to have an undercut for the first. I've never had one.
Well, that'd be fun.
I don't know.
That'll be fun for you.
Dude, so much of my identity is wrapped up in my hair and how
your hair looks like it grows fast though.
It
like you're the one of those people that has like fast growing hair. My hair grows. I get 4 haircuts a year, and that's a lot. Sometimes it's 3.
Do you have one of those? No, but does your hair grow fast? Does it grow at different speeds at different parts of your head?
The sides of my head,
right,
grow really fast. Yep. That's why when I have my hair, I've had a haircut in like 2 months.
You look like Gallagher.
I look like I have a round face. I look fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then I go get a haircut and I get the sides trimmed down. Like, oh my god, you look like you lost 20 pounds.
It's the Princess Leia problem.
Yeah.
You know when they were like, "We're gonna make you have buns," and she was like, "Could you find something that makes my head look bigger?"
Look like Stewie from Family Guy.
She hated, Carrie Fisher hated that hairstyle.
Yeah, because it makes your head look like a football.
Yeah, I tried to do it. I can't do it. So that's why I went with the space buns when we did our little sketch things.
Buns.
Space buns are fine.
Yeah.
But full on Princess Leia buns? No. Absolutely not. No. That's how you know George Lucas hated her. He's like, first of all, no underwear in space.
No bra.
And hair second buns. Of all, hair that looks like sticky buns on the side of your head. But anyways, other things that happened while we were away. Colton had his first football game.
He did. This was huge.
Yeah.
This is a huge moment for him.
It looked like it. And I loved the video. I mean, I was living vicariously through everyone having massive FOMO because I was homesick. But seeing the video of him coming off the field and hugging Tracy,
dude,
was like, did you cry?
I got choked up watching because like
I was like, I bet Eddie's a bitch. He cried.
I got choked up. I didn't cry. But I got choked up. I got that lump in my thumb. I'm like, okay, go back down, be a man. And so I, back in February, the varsity players approached Colton to play football because he's a big kid. And that program.
That's all it takes.
Well, the program
They're like, listen, we just need somebody to park.
It's not the strongest program, right? Because last year they only had enough kids to field a varsity team. There was even no JV team.
Oh, wow.
So no one plays football really
That's so LA.
It is very LA.
They're like, we're going to do theater.
Well, a lot of people say theater, soccer, baseball. Like football is like a dying sport in Los Angeles.
Yeah. And
tackle football anyway. So they approached him last year to play. And he came home. He's like, some of the football players asked if I want to play football this year. And I was like, because I played high school football, but Tracy was like, she didn't really want Colton to play because he's a smart kid. Doesn't want concussions and shit. What's the point? He's not going to go pro.
His brain is very valuable.
Right. And I never wanted to push it because Colton never took to athletics. Like he's played flag football, he's played baseball, but he never loved it. Like he never came off the field like that was the best. It was just like something to do to get him outside and socialize him and just so he's not inside playing video games all day, right? So we got him to play all these sports. He never took to anything, never loved it.
Yeah.
And then he goes like, all right, if you want to play, go for it. I mean, I'm not going to stop you if that's what you want to do. So he, worked out with the football team all off season, in the weight room, all summer. He's been practicing like in the heat with a helmet on and all that stuff.
Gross.
And he never loved it. even over the summer, he was like, okay, like you're dragging him to football practice, right? And then after the they had their first scrimmage last week.
No one loves practice.
No one loves practice. That's why I kept telling him. I was like, no one loves this. No one loves practice. Wait till you get to a game, you'll love it. And so they did a scrimmage last week, which is like the first kind of like live drill against another school. But it's just practice. You're running plays over and over against the other team. And he was just getting worked, like beat the fuck up.
Really?
Because it was like, they have him in there starting both ways. He's starting offensive line, starting defensive line. So he's just out there constantly.
Well, that answers a lot of questions we had.
Yeah. So he's getting fucking work. And so he, after the scrimmage, he's like you could tell he did not like it. He's like, he's like, hey bud, you made a commitment, so you can't quit.
Oh.
I go home, like, you can't quit. You don't have to play next year, but you've ever made a commitment to these people and they're relying on you to be there. So you can't quit this season. You have to fulfill the commitment, right? Because you got to install that shit in people, you know? And so he's like, okay. And then he's like, well, I don't want to play so much. Can I tell the coach I don't want to play so much? I'm like, no, you can't. Don't ever tell a coach you don't want to play, because then you won't play. And he's like, okay. I'm like, just wait till the game, dude, and it'll be a different experience. And then like the whole week leading up to the game, he's telling me how nervous he is.
He's dreading it.
He's dreading it. The morning before when he's going to school, he's like, I'm really nervous. Like he's really like
making himself sick practically.
Kind of just overthinking it just from the experience he had at the scrimmage. And I'm like, it's going to be different, dude.
I bet, I bet he was tapping into that jiu-jitsu competition.
It probably was. Don't go in high. You go in high, you're going to get flipped.
Yep.
And so so we went to the game, and you could tell he was a little tight at the beginning, and then like he was out there the whole game. And then they win the game 15-0, and I see the smile on his face as he's running off the field. I'm like, holy shit, he liked this. And like you could tell by the end of the game, he was really getting into it. Like he was really pushing the dudes. Like he was like,
I wonder
really
sometimes
getting physical.
If like, because Colton's not like an aggressive kid.
He's not. He's a gentle giant.
Yeah. If like this might tap into something for him where like it forces him to like have a little more gumption for himself.
It might.
Do you know what I mean?
A self-confidence builder
exactly.
for sure. But like when he came run off the field, and I have that video I put on my social media of him run off with that smile. I'm like, what'd you think of that? But he's like, it was amazing. You could tell something. It clicked. It clicked with him. Like it's not just that it made like he found that aggressive side of him, but it's that thing that I think we all kind of need at some stage in our life where it's like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. And then you do it. And you're like, I can do this. Yeah. This can be done.
What do you think changed for him?
I think just being out there and feeling like.
Did you ever ask him like what happened? Not like, did you like kind of break down the game with him?
I talked to him a little bit, like at the end of the scrimmage the week before, he got his helmet ripped off.
Oh crap.
And it cut him on the chin a little bit.
No wonder.
And we went up to him after the scrimmage, and he had tears in his eyes, but like it was like angry tears, like pissed tears. Yeah. It was not like crying tears. And you could tell that like something there was like something awoke inside of him, like that aggressive side of like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. And that's what he was. And that was like, I told him all week, hey, when you go into the game, remember that feeling when you had your helmet ripped off. Take that into the game with you. Oh. And so I think he did. And it's just, he kind of just, something flipped. And it was just, it was great to see his face when he ran off the field. Like he accomplished something he didn't think he could do, which was play that whole game.
That's so cool.
It was a really cool moment. And like even the point when they brought him off for like 4 plays, the coach was rotating some people out to rest him. And he was pissed because he was out. He wanted to go back in. He didn't want to come off the field.
He's like, no.
Like he found something he really enjoyed physically doing. Like he loves doing video games and making stop motion animation films, and he's great at math and school stuff. But this is the first like physical activity I've ever seen him go, I can't wait to keep doing this.
Like I said, I feel like he's such a gentle giant. He doesn't have anywhere for like that feeling of being trapped and like, you know, like or I think kids that have been bullied a lot, or kids that have felt like kind of like outsiders, like they need an outlet for that. Like if they don't have an outlet for that anger, like you just kind of shut down and it ruins your self-confidence. Like I think I got similar feelings when I started taking like martial arts back in the day. Yeah. And I wish I would have done it in high school. I wish I would have found something physical like that in high school, just so that I would have had something to take it out on, you know? But doing
some sort of outlet.
Exactly. But doing Muay Thai, like starting it especially like after the Favre stuff, like it just gave me something to channel all of this like anger and like shame and resentment like into something physical that could get it out of my body.
Well, sometimes we sit there and we're like, okay, I can figure this out and I can resolve these issues.
You can't outthink
internally.
anger.
Right.
You can't most of the time.
Sometimes you need the physical outlet to release
100%. That's the type of therapy I'm doing right now. It's like, how do I get this out of my body?
Yeah. You can't think your way out of it.
No, but I try to every single time.
Because that's the path of least resistance, is to sit there and go, I'm going to make myself better by thinking about being
like
better.
People are like, oh, Jen, you're so obsessed with the gym. No, I have to go to the gym so I don't hurt somebody.
Right.
I have to go to the gym to get and honestly,
I have to open the pressure valve to let some of the steam out.
I have to go and lift heavy things and be aggressive somewhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, someone's going to get it. It's going to come out in like the line. Like it's what keeps me from becoming a Karen, I think.
Well, that's good.
You know?
And we need less Karens in the world.
We really do.
Yeah.
Is this like, I don't know. Is this like I know we talked about like first, you know, like in terms of, is this one of the biggest benchmarks you think you've seen Colton have? Like, did you think he was out of benchmarks, honestly?
You do.
Besides like getting married or, you know, like.
Well, you see him go to, like, I remember the first time I dropped him off at preschool. Like, where I knew he was going to be gone for the whole week. Because up at that point, I was a stay-at-home dad. So I
definitely cried.
Oh, dude. I had, fuck, man. I was a bitch. I had been a stay-at-home dad. So I was with him from the moment he was born until he was about 3 years old. I woke him up. I changed. Like, I was with him from the moment he woke up till he went to bed every day for 3 years. He was he was my life for 3 years.
He was your schedule.
Really, pretty much. I did a couple shows here and there, but like for the most part, I was with him all the time.
Well, he was in bed when you were doing those shows.
Yes,
so yeah,
but like
that helped.
Waking hours, I was with him constantly.
For sure.
And so I'm driving him to preschool and I'm like, I feel the lump, right? And then I go and then I'm like, I hope he's going to be okay. Like, I'm trying to like not deal with me. I'm like, hope he's going to be okay, not being around me. All right. So I walk him up to preschool and then they open up the gate and he just, boom, runs off. I was
going to say, he's like, bye.
Just fucking takes off like a dog. Just gone.
Like a dog in a dog park.
Yeah.
Bye,
It's
Dad.
like I hucked a tennis ball and he just fucking went. And I'm just sitting there going, and my lips starts to quiver. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, that meant nothing. Those last 3 years meant nothing. But that's me going, no, but it meant a lot because he was able to do that.
Yeah.
He was able, I had raised him, Tracy and I had raised him well enough.
He had such a secure attachment that like when he opened the gate, he didn't look back at you like,
what are you leaving me for?
Okay?
Right. Tracy and I had raised him well enough at 3 for him to go and be in the world.
Yeah.
And but you have to think about that as a parent, like, okay, well, that's what I was supposed to do. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that first, and then there's other like little firsts along the way. But like this him with the football thing was the first time I'd seen him ever work at something for so long and not think he could do it. And then he did it. And then you see that accomplishment in his face. And you're like, oh, well, nothing can stop him now.
So is he ready for the next game?
That's all he can't wait. He's so excited for the next game. And I'm like, dude, you're going to lose one game and you're going to get the shit knocked out of you. It's not going to be fun.
Yeah. There's something about when you win your first one that you're like, oh, it's always going to be this amazing.
And then he's like, dude, and the JV team we're playing next week, they're worse than the team we played this week. You're going to get your fucking ass kicked, dude.
Don't look past him, Colton.
Dude.
You'll end up like Florida State.
It's like, it was interesting. But yeah, like all these firsts you're going through. I'm like, there's not too many more firsts. I mean, he's going to have his high school graduation. And then if he goes to college, drop him off at college. But
yeah. Are you thinking about any of that right now?
I'm trying not to because I don't know how we're paying for it. I don't know how we're paying for college.
Don't they do scholarships and stuff?
That's what he's going to have to do.
Because I had I had a full ride.
On what? Academic?
Mm-hmm.
I need one of those.
Nerd shit.
We need one of those.
Colton's smart.
I know. That's what we're banking on.
Is he in honors classes and stuff?
He's in 3 AP classes.
Good.
AP Chemistry, AP Pre-Calc, and AP World History.
Ew, Pre-Calc.
Fucking awful.
How do you even help him with his homework?
I can't. He like last.
Does he struggle with it at all?
Well, school just started, so it's a big workload. Like he's got AP Chemistry. He has a quiz right now. He's taking one right now, I believe, while we're recording this.
Wait, how long have they been in school?
2 weeks.
And they're already quizzing. No, fuck that.
Dude, he had a quiz the first week.
No.
In chemistry.
Who is this psychopath?
Fucking insane.
Chemistry teachers are a different level.
I
hated my chemistry teacher.
I don't like this one that he's got now.
Chemistry teachers, I feel like, always lack people skills. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like certain types of science teachers, you're like, oh, this is all you can do.
Well, do you see the shit they have to know? Like there's no room for people skills in your brain to memorize all those formulas and all that other, like he had the quick quiz and I was helping him this last night trying to study for it. And I'm just like, he's just telling me what I'm looking at. Cause I can't, it just looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics. I'm like looking at formulas and numbers and symbols, and he's just like this, and he's explaining it to me, and I'm just hoping that's enough for him to lock into his head.
That's how I learn. I learn by teaching other people.
Yes.
Make people like they're like.
Well, he's not teaching me because I still don't understand shit. But
you're like, I'm failing.
I'm failing
AP
your
chemistry.
I couldn't help. It's fucking insane the stuff he has.
It's so funny that he has that capability. Like if I'm not interested in something, I will not learn it. Do you know what I mean? Like I have to be invested in something in order to learn it. Like I have to care.
That's why I was like in high school, I was like a B student or C student. I was like, I didn't care about like the stuff I cared about, I got A's in. The stuff I didn't care about, I'm like, all right.
I was straight A's up until I discovered boys. And then that went out the window. But also I got into AP classes. And I did well, like anything that was like English related, I crushed.
Yeah.
You know, the things that I struggled with were math and like certain sciences. Like I loved biology. Yeah. Do not like or understand chemistry.
Well, chemistry's a lot of math.
Or physics.
And physics is a lot of math.
A lot of math.
Biology is not math.
That's fair. I didn't put that together. Yeah. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Where I was like,
it's a different science.
So Eddie, my chemistry teacher sucked, but my physics teacher was this dude that I think went and smoked joints in between periods behind the school, in the van that he drove there.
Wow.
So I remember like, I was like, it was sometime during the first quarter of this class. I was like, hey, Mr. Stookie, I'm not even changing his name. I was like, hey, Mr. Stookie, if you can tell me how this class is going to apply to what I want to do in my future.
Right.
I will shut the fuck up and I will take every test and I will pay attention and I will not be a disruption to this class. However, if you can't tell me how this is going to work for me, I'm like, what if I just put my head on my desk and we call it a day? And you just like give me a C and like none of this ever.
You get me through this class.
Exactly. You get me through this.
We never have to deal with each other again.
Exactly. We don't say anything. And he goes, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I want to be an attorney. He goes, put your head on your desk.
You have a C in the class. Goodbye.
So he just made me a TA, you know?
There you go. Well, you worked your way out of it.
I worked my way out of it.
You compromised your way out of it.
Yeah, exactly. But, well, good luck, Colton, in the school year. And I hope his next game goes well.
I do too.
I had a weird incident during my off week of COVID, you know, my intermission, my halftime of COVID. I had my annual physical thing with my girl doctor.
Yeah.
My girl doctor, who is a man.
Say what?
My OBGYN doctor.
Right.
He's a man.
Oh, your girl. I thought he was a girl doctor and he's transitioning to a man.
No.
That was very confusing.
He would have a very hard time with that because he's former military and he's a very large. One of my friends swears he looks like John Cena. I don't see it. Okay. I'm like, he has a short haircut. That's literally, and like military vibes.
Is he jacked?
That's literally it. He's tall and he's big. Yeah. Okay. Big, which I was like, the first time you see how big his hands are, you're like, okay.
Ooh. Just 2 fingers.
You're like, calm down, Jim Henson. But
do you prefer male or female OBGYN? Or does it matter to you?
I only liked one female OBGYN. Every other time I've gotten along with doctors, they've been male doctors. But I just feel in the one
because I prefer a male doctor to a female doctor.
Dude,
being a man.
There's just something about female doctors in my experience, the majority of them, they just are like, they don't think there's pain involved in it, or they're like, suck it up. And
female doctor.
Yeah.
Weird.
Whereas men are like, I want this to feel good for her. I still think there's an ego with male doctors where they're like, let's try not to make this traumatic. But anyways, I was getting ready to leave the office and he starts like asking me all these like personal questions about like, so are you dating anybody?
What? That's inappropriate.
Well, he was like, you know, he started asking me about comedy. So we talked about comedy and he goes, you're really not, you know, seeing anybody? And I was like, no, I'm like, I'm still kind of figuring out life from my divorce.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And yeah. And when I walked out of the office, I was like, wait, was he hitting on me?
If he's asking about your dating
like
life.
The rest of, he goes, we really got to find, we really got to find you a nice guy is what he said. And I was like, what's that about? And I was like checking his hand to see if he had a ring on it. And I was like, maybe he left it up there. Who knows? You know, like
we'll find out tonight.
But exactly. Oh,
wow.
It's like those machines at the grocery store. Put in a quarter, and you're like, oh my god, it's a ring.
I'm a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, Cracker Jack box, literally. They're giving those out at baseball games. Oh, I got to come back to Dodger Stadium more often. But yeah, I walked out of there and I was like, wait. I told somebody about it. I go, my doctor's so cool. I was like, you know, he was like really concerned about like, you know, like you just feel like he cares about you. And then I repeated the conversation. And they go, Jen, he was hitting on you. And I was like, was he?
Seems like it.
And I was like, I didn't think so. I thought he was being nice. And they're like, no, Jen, he was hitting on you.
I think so.
And I don't know.
Which is weird because he just saw that part of you.
If anything, I feel like he was like, this is good.
I checked it out. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad. How old are you again? It's holding up. Paint job's holding up really good. I just am starting to realize, Eddie, I might not be as good at social interactions as I thought I was.
It might be the tism.
Yeah.
It might be the tism.
But it makes me, I don't know. I've always had a lot of guy friends.
Yeah.
And I had people that I would date go, Jen, there's no way all these guys just want to be friends with you. They're clearly just like...
They all want to bang you.
They're clearly just waiting their turn. You know? It's like a baseball... It's like a dog on deck. You know what I mean? They're just waiting for their at-bat.
Right. They're at the Costco Eye Center and they took their number and they're just waiting. They're just waiting for their number to be called.
I love that I was like, no, pro athletes. And you're like, no, low cost eye care.
Costco, low cost eye care. Take your number.
Thank God you didn't say deli. I'm here for the meat.
I'm here for the roast beef.
But now I'm just sitting here going, is that true? Like, did my guy
every
friends...
guy?
I don't think every guy, because I feel like, sorry, I feel like there's guys that I've been friends with that if I got wasted, I could trust him to drive me home and be like, Jen, you're a mess, go to bed.
Yeah.
You know, and there would be absolutely, like, you're one of them. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Just that, like, big brother, super protective energy, good dude.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like there's other dudes in my life that present that way. But if given the chance.
Well, if they see their opening, they're gonna go for it.
Yeah. Like I still have dudes till this day that'll be like, that are married and they'll be like, do you want to get together? And I'm like, is your wife coming?
That's weird.
Cause I don't, stuff like that just makes me feel weird.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like,
that's manipulative.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't know. It makes me, I don't know. It makes me sad to realize that there's probably dude friends in my life and like friendships that I really valued that are no longer a part of my life. And I didn't realize
they were just waiting.
They were just waiting. And then they were like, and then when I got married, they were like, derp, 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 derp.
Come on down.
Exactly. Now they're like, come on down. The minute they were like, she's divorced.
You're the next contestant.
No one's signing up to play this game, dude. Absolutely no one. Absolutely no one. She's great with pattern recognition, and that's about it. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out whether or not my OBGYN hit on me.
Sounds like he did. Sounds like he did.
Damn it.
Is that going to make it weird now next time you go?
No.
Are you going to take a mirror down there and just dress it up a little bit? Put a little makeup on it?
Put some lipstick? Is this the right, Shane?
Put some googly eyes and lipstick on it.
Googly eyes. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
What did you... He's got a really thick Israeli accent. He'd be like, what did you do? Did you go to Michael's? Fuck me, Eddie. I hate you. Oh, it's so funny, though. It reminds me of... I think a lot of girls struggle with this, but I have guy friends, and it's like, do you really have guy friends?
It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. Because we all have
genuinely platonic relationships.
But you also have those guys in your life that are like, I'm friends with you and I like you, but if given the opportunity, I would like to take it to the next.
I'm so bad at reading those signals, and I get caught up in some really weird situation where I'm like, oh,
I would think
you thought this was, oh no. And I always feel bad too. I feel bad because I'm like, shit, did I lead them on? Like,
no,
did I do something?
Think so.
I always internalize the blame like that.
I think most girls in their teens, 20s, and probably their 30s have I would say probably half, if not more than half of their guy friends would, if given the opportunity or given the green light, would be like, okay, let's see where this can go.
Really?
I would think so.
Damn. I didn't realize it was that big of an average.
I would think. Not all. There are strictly platonic dudes out there that just like want to be like you and dig your energy and just want to be friends with you.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah. But like there's some people out there like, oh, okay, well, if she gives me the wink, right.
Weird.
I think. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I've been out of it for so long.
I know.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
You locked down a good one and you're like,
I'm done.
For the love of the game.
I'm done. Just throw it away.
During my COVID halftime, I had a show at the Laugh Factory. And I was like, any single people in here? Because I was hosting, and you just do anything you can to get the energy up. And this lady cheered, but the dude next to her had his arm around her. And I go, wait, what? I was like, I just asked if there were any single people here.
All right.
And you wooed. I go, but this guy has his arm around you. And she goes, no, we're just friends. And I go, and I thought I was bad with social cues.
Yeah, we're just friends. These rings mean we're friends.
I was like, Eddie, I was like, I didn't even hesitate. I go, I'm going to send you a test. I'm going to send you a test.
Did you have a big party where you wore a white dress?
Oh.
Then you're not friends.
I was just like, I'm going to send you a test. She goes, no, we're just friends. I go, someone tell her. I was like, I thought I was bad with social cues, but like, no.
Yeah. You don't put your arm around your friend and sit there at a show.
Right.
That's not how that works.
The dude that's the lead in The Bear, what's his name? Jeremy Allen White or whatever.
No idea.
He's been doing that with some of his co-stars, and people are like, is he hooking up with his co-stars?
Well, that's different. I think if you're in a show or a film
Eddie?
where you're working with someone
Eddie?
and you guys hang out.
You and I hang out all the time.
Yeah, I never put my arm around you.
You never put your arm around me.
That's true.
You're never handsy. You're never fucking weird.
Yeah.
Your hugs never linger.
I'm not a good hugger to begin with.
No, we don't really hug. We just kind of go.
I barely hug my wife.
We go, good day.
I'm like, good day.
There's a head nod.
I fake a hat tip.
Exactly. A good day.
I'm not a good hugger, so I rarely hug.
Man.
I don't know what happened to me at some point in my childhood where I'm not a physical toucher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get yelled at all the time for it.
It's your dad's fault.
It might be my dad's fault.
I think it's a lack of vulnerability.
Yeah.
Which is why you cry about everything.
Probably.
Like very discreetly.
I just push it all down.
That's going to come out later.
Oh, it's going to be cancer someday. Don't worry.
Oh my God. I've also been doing some research. Oh, fuck. You know what? I was going to bring up other stuff, and I realized
we've been vamping for a while.
But this is fun vamping. We had a lot of shit to catch up on.
I know, we did. It's been a minute.
Colton's football game.
Yeah.
My vagina doctor hitting on me.
While he's in you.
Man.
So weird.
Should we just call it a day?
Yeah, we can call it a day.
All right.
You want to do it?
I think it's time. Now let's fall asleep.
End the show.
We are.
Well, okay.
Now we are.
Now we are.
Florida Man.
No, we would never skip Florida Man. We were
scared.
just like, oh, fuck, that time flew by. Because I was like, I don't think we have anything to talk about because I've been in bed. And then.
Too much.
Yeah. We had a lot to catch up on.
All right. We're going to play Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. She tells me which is the fake Florida Man headline. And Alex will be playing along.
Thank you.
Here we go.
For the listeners at home, though, I believe the score is.
God damn it, Alex.
You're undefeated, right?
Cool.
He's not undefeated. I've got one.
No, I believe it is 3-1.
3-1. Oof.
Since we started keeping score.
Since we started keeping score.
I was murdering everyone before then. By everyone,
those were all
but Alex.
preseason games.
Oh,
they don't count.
I'm the New York Jets of Florida Man Friday. Go.
Florida man with all gas, no brakes neck tattoo crashes while fleeing police. Florida man is sued for trying to sell hurricane wind on eBay.
Oh, man.
Florida man attempting to time travel crashes into strip mall. Which one is the fake?
Which strip mall was it?
Florida man headline.
Sorry, I'm taking a note out of Jen's.
Twin Pines.
Twin Pines. It's the single pine.
Lone Pine.
Lone Pine Mall.
I'm going with this hurricane.
Hurricane. Florida man sued for trying to sell hurricane wind on eBay.
I think Alex is right, but for the sake of just being different, I think I have to pick the wannabe Doc Brown.
Florida man. Your winner. And 4-1, Alex.
Let's go.
With
from now on,
hurricane wind on eBay.
We're just gonna both be winners because I'm not gonna just take one.
You could have gone 3-1-1. We could have tied it.
Jen, I'm just learning from you. That's all it is.
Yeah. I love the all gas, no brakes. You know, when they pulled him over, they were like, "Too real, buddy. Too real. They were like, "Well, you live your life." Exactly. Eddie, where can people find you?
You can check me out at eddiepence.com or at Eddie Pence on all the socials.
At Jennifer Sturger on all the social guys, or go to jensturger.com to help me feed my pets.
There you go.
We got to start getting some sponsors for this show. So if you know a company that's like looking to spend some money and to support some really good people that are making some fun
That'd
stuff,
be nice.
Send them our way. We have to set up an email for the show.
Yeah,
can
probably
you do that?
A social page.
That's your job.
I'll do that.
All right.
I'll do that.
Guys, please keep sharing us with your friends. You're doing such a great job growing the show. We just want to keep it going. And thanks for sticking around, even though, like I said, I was on my deathbed. Eddie, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.